Well, hello and welcome to the audio version of the Tao Manifesting Tarot reading. Having problems with my computer. This is the only way that I can do it until my new iMac arrives. So it will be audio presentations for the next couple of weeks or so until the new Mac gets here. So let us begin with today's Tao Manifesting Tarot reading. The key energy for you today is come to the edge, and that does not mean a physical move necessarily as much as it means an emotional or spiritual move, coming to the edge. In other words, you're pushing yourself to what? Well, let's find out. Let's take a look at the cards. And again, this is the audio version. At this point, you are well aware of the fact that much of what you expect from yourself is really based on what others have expected for you or from you. You have a Ten of Wands here, meaning that you're giving it up. You're surrendering. You're saying that's enough. I am not going to meet anybody's expectations about my own. Problem is, I got to figure out what my own expectations of myself are. And at this point, that's kind of difficult because we are pulling the Five of Wands. And the Five of Wands says there's a lot of noise, a lot of activity, conflict that means nothing. And you're beginning to understand that in your life, you've had a lot of joy taken from you, a lot of enthusiasm taken from you, because that's what wands are about, right? And you resent that. You're really noticing it now, and you're saying, then, what am I doing this for? Why am I living this way? So you're putting the burdens down, deciding you gotta change things, and the next card up is a Five of Swords. Now, the Five of Swords invariably talks about a hollow victory. You've sacrificed integrity. There's conflict there, but it's needless conflict. So again, we have the Five of Wands, the Five of Swords. There has been in your life and many other people's lives as well, just a rash of activity that meant absolutely zero, nada. You're aware of that right now. You're putting those burdens down, the Ten of Wands, and you are at this point giving some serious thought and concern to what you're going to do next. And that's where Come to the Edge is all about. Again, I don't think it's a physical thing necessarily. It's more of an emotional, mental, spiritual kind of thing. Because you have, as we all do, have allowed other people to do our thinking for us, give us the expectations. What are you supposed to do in life? How are you supposed to act this way, that way, the other way? And in some degrees, that's okay. But you're getting to the point now where you're realizing it's time to change. It's time for something different. And I think people around the world are coming to that same point. What they have expected from us is not acceptable. So what do? Well, we have to come to the edge, and we're doing that with the Six of Swords. This is leaving in a boat, going to smoother waters. Six of Swords says thoughts, ideas. You are filtering through your ideas to find out what ideas are important to you. You're not just going to accept them because you're told to accept them. You got to feel them. You got to know that they're right for you. That's part of coming to the edge. The idea that you are now, not in a selfish way or narcissistic way, but you are now considering yourself and what you value to be equally important, because really what you're looking for in your life, here is the Justice card. That is exactly what you are looking for. You are looking for justice in your life. That's something that's been seriously missing. You want fairness, you want balance, you want truth. And that's what the Fairness card represents. It's your own truth. That's why you have to come to the edge. It's your own truth. And it's finding that truth for you, that resonates for you, that you have to pay attention to. Next card up, Page of Wands. Pages always change the storyline. Remember, we were talking about starting off this reading. We had the Ten of Wands and the Five of Wands, the idea that passion, enthusiasm, and all that have been taken from you or misplaced. Well, the Page of Wands says, no. You're about to find it again for you. You're about to find out what it would take to plug into your life. And to make sure that you do that successfully, we have the Knight of Pentacles. Pentacles always move very slowly, so this is not going to be a fast process. But Knight of Pentacles says, in essence, this is exactly what you're doing, finding out what's important to you. Because once you get that, not important to anybody who you know, not important to the world at large, what is important to you? That's what you're in the process of solidifying. I think you have a pretty good idea at this point, but you have to make a decision. And the vice versa card in reverse is a Two of Swords. Two of Swords says you are facing an option. You have not made a decision. When the Two of Swords is on the reverse side, you're going to make a decision. It doesn't stop the action from happening. It means you're not ready yet. You're kind of contemplating. You're thinking about it. And in a Mercury retrograde, it's part of the reason why I have not yet gotten my iMac, but I think I'm being forced into it. You really should not make any long-lasting decisions. Short-time decisions like, you're buying groceries or you're buying something that's going to last 30, 60 days. Okay, that's not a big deal. But long-term, Mercury retrograde, generally speaking, is not good to make long-term decisions. So you're not doing that. You're not ready to do that yet. You know you have to come to the edge. You know you got to push yourself. You know that. So what do? Well, as best you can, what you try to do is figure out what's important to you, why it's important to you, what will it do to your life. Will it charge you up, give you some enthusiasm? Will you feel a sense of fairness, a sense of balance? Will you feel a sense of self-worth? Will you feel better? Well, the energy says yes, but you have to come to that proverbial edge. You got to push yourself. You got to take a peek over the edge. That's where the answer lies. And again, it's not a physical move. It's a mental, spiritual, emotional thing that you have to come to. But once you come to it, you'll have it. So there you go. This is the audio version, one of several coming up because I just can't get a video version from my computer. So stick with me on this one. We're going to be doing audio viewer versions until I get the new iMac and we set it all up and get back to video again. So I'm asking you please to stick with me, share, like, subscribe as best you can. And I will be back tomorrow with another Tao Manifesting Tarot audio version, of course. I hope you're there with me as well. In the meantime, peace and blessings.